Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, guys. Good morning. Good morning, Kels. Good morning, Yasmina, Just Beto, Nikki GB. Good morning. Great to see you again. Forever Army. Welcome. Gwen Branston. Good morning. Let's see. Granny Lambert. I looked at what you said you were cooking. Oh my God, that sounds delicious. Good morning. Angie Styles, sweetie. Good morning. Kelly, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Angela, listening while driving. Good morning, Jody B. Good morning. So, yesterday, guys, I just want to say I really did enjoy the live yesterday morning. And from the comments that I've been receiving, um, a lot of people enjoyed the live. So, I really, really appreciate that. Um, Good morning, Breezy Girl. I'm not going to keep you long. I have things I have to do, but I want to finish what I was going to discuss yesterday morning. And because we're talking, it's Sunday. Let's talk about these nasty ass pastors, okay? They're disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. So coming out of Houston, look, coming out of Houston, and before I get started on that, we have to remember that it's Halloween season, okay? Good morning, Chantel Gucci. If you're coming in, guys, please hit the like button and share the video for me, please. I really will appreciate it. Good morning, Terry. Um, and if you would like to donate to the channel, you feel free to do so. You don't have to, but I'm just going to get my spiel out there. I don't do that all the time. So, um, it's Halloween time. So I was talking to my granddaughter, and I asked her if we were going to go uh, out this Halloween. And there's a spot where everybody goes. It's called Manito, whatever. It's this boulevard, and all the houses are decorated. There's Halloween music, and it's really, really nice. And that seems where everybody goes. She told me no, she was going to dress up for school, but she wasn't going. She said because there's too much stuff going on out there. And we know people don't care about themselves. They don't care about other people's kids. They don't respect anything. And I thought about all of that. We need to be careful when we're taking our kids trick or treating, because people can put anything. They were doing this years ago. They would find razor blades and all this stuff. But now you have fentanyl that's out here, and people can put that in your kids' candy because they're sick. So I just wanted to put that warning out there. Be careful where you take your kids trick or treating at. Just make sure you're taking them someplace where these people are safe, and these people. Good morning, DJ Mandingo Black. Good morning. Yeah. Oh, your daughter did too. Okay. There is just too much stuff going on. And I get it. I get it. And I'm happy because last year was a long, long night. Good morning, Wyatt Earp. Welcome. It was a long night. So if you are going to take them trick or treating, they have places like the churches. Well, I wouldn't trust the churches either, but there's organizations that give out candy. They do it early. There are some shopping malls that do it. And then you have families that have Halloween parties. If you know these families, you feel comfortable with these families, take them there. But there's just too much going on out there right now. And I wouldn't trust anything coming from anybody that I don't know. So that was just something that I was thinking about and I wanted to put out there. Okay, Chantel Gucci says my outreach team will be out Halloween giving out Narcan kits. We'll be out on Halloween giving Narcan kits. Okay, all right. Yeah, because I don't know. It just hit me. And when she said it and she gave me her reasoning behind it, she says there's just too much going on. And I'm like, this is a 15-year-old girl, just turned 15. And she is highly aware of everything that's going on in society these days. And I didn't even know she watched all of this stuff. I really, really didn't. But she's on her phone. She's watching YouTube stuff. She's watching these things on TikTok and what these pranks that, they've been getting a lot of pranks calls to the school and everything. It's not a week that doesn't go by when I don't get an alert on my phone or my email about some pranks that's calling to the school about shooting up a school and stuff. The second week of school, they had the school with police officers all over the place because of a threat. And then the first week of school, somebody went to the school. She was drunk. This teenager was drunk and was threatening an office administrator. She got expelled and got arrested. So let's just be careful out there. Okay. Let's see. Good morning, Susan Dawson. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So let's talk about this mega church pastor in Houston. Good morning, Viva La Roca. Long time no see. Good morning, Corn's mom. Oh, you live too far out in the country, White. White Earp. Love that name. Love that man. You know what? Ooh, I love those movies. Let's see. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody's comments before I go where I'm going. So there's a pastor in Houston, and he belongs to the Church Without Walls. And I know this church really well. Okay, so the Church Without Walls. Well, the assistant pastor, Ralph Douglas West II, was ordered to pay $2.45 million in damages. Now, his father is the founder of the Church Without Walls. They have about 25,000 members. Okay. There was a legal battle where he met this woman on Facebook. They got together, they engaged in sex, and he gave her herpes. Now, he knew he had herpes because he got it from his son's mother. He infected the woman, and now he has to pay damages. The jury found that he was guilty of battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and fraudulent concealment. They determined that he knew of his sexual transmitted disease, but lied prior to their encounter. And this happened back in March of 2018. But now the case has been settled. They went to trial. It wasn't settled. He has to pay compensatory and exemplary punitive damages. So, but the church hasn't made a statement at all. Now, my whole thing with this is you met her on Facebook. You both don't know each other. So you're telling me that you met this man online and you had sex without using any type of protection. Did we think because he was a pastor, he was clean? Do we really believe that because he's a pastor, you can trust this? First of all, why in the hell is a pastor meeting someone online any damn way? When I heard about this story way back when, and then it popped up because I've been following it, and it popped up, with the decision and everything in the case. And I was like, I still can't get over the fact that you met a woman online. A woman met you online, and you both engaged in sex without any type of protection. To me, this shit is crazy. And now they said that they were engaged in a physical relationship. So I don't know how long they were together. It was never said. Good morning, Patricia. It was never said how long they were together. It's just that when they did engage in his physical relationship, she was infected with herpes, and he knew he was infected. It's just like years ago when people knew they had HIV or AIDS, and they were going around infecting people. They put that law into effect that you can be charged with attempted murder. Now, you don't hear too much about that anymore, but that was going around, oh my God, 10, 15 years ago. People were being charged because they weren't disclosing their status. But I blame her as well for not asking, for not having him checked, for not making sure he used a condom. Now, I'm sorry, I just can't. I really can't. I really, really can't. But no one has come out that camp and said anything, not whether he's going to be removed from the pulpit, whether he's going to not. But now I'm just waiting to see if there are women that belong to this church that come forward and said that he infected them as well. But he actually put out that he contracted it from his son's mom. Really? Really? Oh, Corn's mom said, I've been married for 31 years. If I ever get anything, my husband better disappear. Oh my God. Wyatt Earp, you're an ordained minister. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not going to curse this morning. I will not curse. Life with mommy. That's so unsafe to meet up with. Yes. Yes. No, they're not saying if he's still married or not. To be honest, they never said whether he was still married or not. But to me, I'm thinking maybe he was, and he was trying to get some strange. So you go online to meet some women. I'm assuming they are older and should know better. They both, yeah, they're older. So he's about, I'm going to say he's like maybe 41, 42. He knows better. And she should know better. You're endangering your life to get some internet strange. And we already know, that, well, I'm not even going to say it, but we already know that some people only get internet dick. So, but in today's society and with all of the social media, and you're meeting up with people, I would think, if nothing else, you would use protection. And it astounds me that people don't even care. People don't care about their own health. Uh, yeah. So I'm just like astounded with that. I really am. Uh, hmm. And there's a vaccine and everything for it, but you can get it from saliva, genital fluids. If you have what is it? If you have an open sore, you have it, but skin in a genital area, stuff like that. But still, no, thank you. No, thank you. Good. No, thank you. Good morning, Jesse Roth. Good morning. So let's get to this other disgusting pastor. Okay. This is a youth pastor that stabbed his wife and his kids before setting the house on fire. A youth pastor. A youth pastor stabbed his wife and his kids. Shit is sick. So this is coming out of Kansas City. Well, Kansas, not Kansas City, Shawnee, Kansas. He's now facing multiple attempted murder charges after he stabbed his wife and 5 children and started a fire in the basement of their home. And these are the people, we heard about the pastor yesterday that was awing a little girl since she was the age of 6 or 7, because there's conflict in stories here. The little girl was pregnant, had a baby, and she delivered the baby in the closet. The pastor came which was another question. She delivered the baby in the closet. So that means that your mom and dad didn't realize you were pregnant. They didn't understand, but then they're talking about the fact that he came, took the baby, and dropped the baby off at a fire station. And now they're trying to get the baby back. I had so many questions when I heard this story. I'm like, so the mother and father didn't realize this girl was pregnant. They had no idea who impregnated their daughter. Come on now. But he's taking this girl to school and everything else. So the pastor's name is Matthew Lee Richards. He's 41. He's facing 5 counts of attempted murder and 1 count of aggravated arson with a risk of bodily harm. He's being held on $5 million bail. I'm serious. I had a long list of questions, Kels. I really did, because it was like, wait a minute here. Where were you when this man was doing this to your daughter? And I want to know, how is he related? They said a relative. He's a pastor, but how is he related? He's in a grandmother's house. He's in their house. He's taking her to school. He's having sex with her behind the HEB. He's having sex with her at the church. What the hell is going on? Yeah, that baby needs to stay with that family, whoever has. But they said they were in the process of trying to find the baby. Okay. So with this dad, the pastor, youth pastor, 3 of the victims were still in the hospital. This is sick. So it's the wife, an adult child, and it was 4 minor children. They have lacerations in various degrees. They don't say why he did this. They don't say why he did it. They just say that the pastor was described as a big kid who loves teaching little kids about Jesus. And they have been married since 2003. Why would you stab your wife, your adult child, and 4 minor children? I don't get it. I don't understand it. They're not saying why, just that he did it. And I'm going to show you, I was typing and trying to find his picture, and I found it. Let me show you his picture. Youth pastor. There he is. I think I'm sharing. Yes, I am. There is. Would you think he would stab his wife, his kids, and set his house on fire? Is he on drugs? He looks like he's teary-eyed? Would you believe? Of course I would. Because like I said, I don't care what the title is. You call yourself a Christian or a man of God, and you abuse children, you abuse your family members. I have no respect for them. None. He looks guilty. Thank you. He looks guilty as F. You're absolutely right. So, oh my God. Then, I don't know if you guys remember when Jennifer Sanchez disappeared. Now, this was like, she disappeared about 5 years ago. She was last seen, she has 6 boys. She was last seen in 2018. They were looking for her. Well, guess what? The husband entered a plea of guilty. And they weren't together at the time. She had filed for a divorce. She couldn't get rid of him, to be honest. He was stalking her all over the place. She had a restraining order against him, everything. She was last seen in September, on September 7th. And this was around 1 a.m. This is in Texas. They had Texas Equisearch was out there, everything. They were looking for her. Well, now he's decided to confess, and he took them to where he put his wife's body. And guess where he dumped his wife's body at? He dumped her in Galveston. He's saying that he threw her in the ocean. Now, in September, let's see, we have hurricane season, what? August, July, August, September. But that's what he's saying. And he said he strangled her with his hands, hit her with a beer bottle, and he cut her in the temple. And he had been convicted of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon way back when. And, well, it was against her in 1996. They were married. He was very violent. And when a person is that violent, a restraining order is not going to do anything. So let me pull this up for you. A restraining order is not going to do anything, nothing. So hold on, let me pull this. I want to get this. Hold on, I'm going to pull it so you can see it. I had all of this ready to go yesterday, but we took a different turn and I enjoyed it. And let's see. Is this it? Yeah. Here we go.
A story you'll see only here. A Houston family finally has justice 5 years after their loved one disappeared.
Jennifer Sanchez, a mother of 6, vanished in 2018. Her body was never found. But that could soon change after a plea deal from her estranged husband today. Her family speaking exclusively with Anieli Ruiz tonight. She's live in Cyprus with this story. Anieli?
Well, Cyprus is right down the street from where I used to live.
Well, Jennifer's family now uses her maiden name as Gomez, but they're hoping that after today, they can't not only just get the closure that they're looking for, but hopefully be able to find her body and give her the proper burial that she deserves.
You have no death penalty in Canada?
She never got to see him at all. One of them looks so much like her.
5 years after her daughter disappeared, Ofelia Gomez is still in so much pain. Her daughter Jennifer missing and presumed dead. Her body was never found. But Jennifer's estranged husband, Joey Sanchez, was arrested and charged with her death just days later.
They were still married. He was a very violent person, and she had put a restraining order, and he was going to go to court a couple of days when she came out missing.
Now, after spending all this time in the county jail, Sanchez recently agreed to a plea deal, 50 years in prison, and he had to reveal where Jennifer's body was.
We don't know if it's true, and if he did throw her in the ocean, we'll never get her body back. It's just a pinpoint.
Sanchez telling the family he dumped Jennifer somewhere in Galveston and how he killed her.
He said that he strangled her.
Yep.
With his hands, and that he hit her on the head with a beer bottle, and that he hit her and cut her in the temple. But they don't know how many hits he did.
Now her family feels like some justice was served, and they hope to find her body to give her the proper burial.
You're not going to find her body.
Somewhere where I could visit her, and where I could take her grandkids.
Now, Jennifer leaves behind 6 kids and several siblings, as well as her parents. Her family saying they bought a plot for her and hoping that soon they can lay her to rest there. But again, just a very, very tough day for this family as they waited for this for a long time.
Galveston
Live,
Bay,
Ruiz,
you're not going to find her body
News.
Unless by some strange thing, something washes up and you can identify her remains. But you will not be finding her body. I'm sorry, but the ads, I swore I hit no ads. And it hasn't popped up yet. Joe being Joe. He is a sick creep, and he didn't care about his damn kids at all. Good morning, Shelby. Good morning. So before I get out of here, Sheriff Grady, our favorite sheriff, just made a great arrest. Let me stop this. Let me share this with you. Since we're talking about these pedos, these sick ass pastors. Wait a minute. It takes years to bring a case to trial, too. My cousin is waiting for his trial. Been over 2 years. He's waiting. His trial is in 2024. Oh, you can't. He was talking with somebody that pew-pewed somebody. Oh, yeah, we were talking about that YouTube creator. Yes, we were talking about that YouTube creator. Yes, that happened. There's a lot of stuff going on YouTube right now where people are being assaulted, period. But it's getting taken to the, it's just gone too far. Really, really too far. Let me see. Terry, in my hometown, a young lady was on her break at McDonald's. The father of her children came to her car. Oh, pew-pewed her to death. She had a restraining order. He's going to court now for that young beauty. Oh my God. But it's just like the guy who went to pick up his daughter from daycare in Houston because the girlfriend had a restraining order on him, called her on her job and told her he was going to K their child. And yes, he did. He wanted to hurt her. Yes, we're going to listen to Sheriff Grady. Let me get myself off the screen so I can show you guys the full screen. Let me remove myself so you can see our friend, Sheriff Grady. Oh, oh my God. So, have they tried to offer him a plea deal and he's not going to take it, right? Oh, Joe. Yeah, that really happened. It was a YouTube creator. There's been several YouTube creators that's been hurt and pew-pewed. Heidi, have you seen Momo F8? Right? No, I have not. I'm going to go check that out. No, I have not seen it. What about her, Corns, Mom? Yeah, a piece of paper won't stop anybody. If they really want to hurt you, they're going to hurt you. So a piece of paper don't stop you. And oh my God, guys, I need you to watch The Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix. It's an 8-episode series. It's taken from Edgar Allan Poe's novel in 1869, but it's an updated version. You guys, it is great. It's great. Hi, Claudia. How are you? Okay. I was waiting to see what Chantel had to say. And I was waiting for Corn's mom to respond before. When I talked to his brother, he tells me that he's going insane. I'm sure he is. Check it out, Heidi. Her hubby died laying in the floor and she left him laying there. She's the content, and now nothing is making sense. He was 70 and she's like 30. Oh my God. I will definitely go check that out. Terry, it's about this whole family. They're in the pharmaceutical business. Okay. The mom had an affair with her employer and she had a son and a daughter. The mom got really, really sick. She died. They buried her in the yard. Started raining and lightning and she pops up out the grave. Then she goes in and she goes to her ex-boss's house, Longfellow, whatever, and she kills him. Then they come into power. And one by one, his kids, it's a curse on this family. His kids are being killed. Sometimes they go within a day of each other, sometimes a week, but it is a really good series. Oh my God, Chantel. Does he have a lawyer? Ah, okay. I'm going to check that out. I'm going to check it out. Hold on. I got to write this name down before I go. Momo of 8. Hold on. Momo. Momo? Is that what her name is? Momo of 8. Oh, mom of 8. Oh, mom of 8. Mom of 8. Rabbit hole. Okay. Got it. All right. Let's get to Sheriff Grady. Okay. I will definitely go check that out. Yeah, mom of 8. I see it now. I was like, wait a minute. Mom of 8. Got it. I was like, Momo. I didn't see the F. I'm sorry. I saw that about unique. Yes, the fall of the House of Usher. It's 8 episodes. And you can watch it within really, I watched it last night, and I'm going to I have to go back to episode 4 because I think I missed something, because by 5 and 6 I was kind of confused. So I'm gonna start again at episode 4 and go all the way to episode 8. It's okay, girl. If I didn't want to know, I wouldn't have stopped to wait for you. Okay, let's do Sheriff Grady, guys. Let's do Sheriff Grady. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
For that, on September the 19th to the 25th, for 7 days, we did 2 operations at the same time. One was a human trafficking.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Claudia has an announcement. Hold on. I didn't see that. Claudia has an announcement. Claudia, what's your announcement, ma'am? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. We can get your announcement, and then we're going to go to Sheriff Grady. Like I said, this is not just my channel. This is, I want to hear what you guys have to say. So we're going to wait for your amount. Go ahead, Claudia. Put them out. Do you want to come up, or you want to type it in the chat? No, 8 passengers. Oh my God. I need to get an update on what's going on with that, because they were denied bail. Okay, you want to come up? Okay, Claudia, let me drop the link for you. Hold on. Let me drop the link. Okay, so Claudia, when you click the link, you have to allow your camera and your mic. And then when you get backstage, you can actually turn it off. Okay. So let me just take Sheriff Grady down for a minute, and let's hear Claudia's announcement. Yeah, 8 passenger is crazy. So I need to go check, because the husband, he's they were separated, and she wanted him out the house. She was spending all this time with her partner. Then we found out that the partner was involved with this church. Ooh, okay, good. Okay, here's Claudia. Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Hi, Miss Heidi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, what's your announcement, sweetie? I'm good.
Okay, I have 2. The first one is I need you guys to pray. I have a mask under each arm, and they're at least golf ball size, and the one under my right arm I've had for 3 years, and I've had diagnostic mammograms done, and they're just quote unquote watching it. But I go not this week, but a week from tomorrow to have another diagnostic mammogram done, an ultrasound. And then on Wednesday of next week, I see a surgeon and about these masses. And then Um, the other announcement is, and some of them know this, after I got finished with the doctor, I I went and tried on engagement rings, and
You're
I
getting
picked out
engaged?
two,
Wait a minute.
and one
You're getting
is an
engaged to two
emerald
men,
cut,
or
and the other one is a pear shape.
well, if you don't want one of them, Claudia, you can always send it my way. I love diamonds.
I right, and I don't know when I'm going to get it, of course, and I don't know which one. I think I'm going to end up with the pear shape because that's the one I wanted the most. And
Wait a minute, is this
but
the guy
anyway,
that you
but
just
I'll
met?
let you guys know. But I just wanted to let you guys know about the doctor issue, and
We would definitely be
they
praying for
did
you.
blood work. And the other day when I went to the doctor and to the gynecologist, because I run a low grade fever and I swell and I'm losing weight, and I I have a lot of a lot of symptoms that are red flags. So anyway,
Okay, but we're
besides
not
the
going to think like
masses that
that.
are under my arms, I have this going on too.
Yeah,
But
but we're
that's
not going to
my
think like that,
story.
Claudia.
Thank
Okay,
you
what?
so much, Heidi, for letting me come up and share.
Okay, so wait a minute before you go. I'm
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
tell you, you need to think positive. We're not going to think like that. It just could be a mass where fat just goes and settles.
Well,
Okay.
I've had 5 lumps removed before, 4 from the right side and 1 from the left side. And I have breast cancer on both sides of the family, all over the family tree. Um, and so the one on my right side is as big as a baseball, if not a softball. And I've had it for 3 years, and they are just quote unquote watching it. And now
Oh,
it's to the
God.
point where I can hardly, it hurts to lift my arms above my head.
Oh, yeah. So they're going to probably have to remove that too, or trying to reduce that mass. I
Right.
would definitely
And
be praying for you.
so
But
I'm
Claudia,
seeing the same surgeon that took out the last lump is who I'm seeing
okay.
next
But
week.
Claudia, my question is, the guy that you're engaged to, is this the guy that you just met?
We met back in end of February, early March, and then
Yeah.
we went out. Our first date was in mid March, and yes, and he
Okay.
is
Because I remember
so.
you came in a chat one night and you said you were out on a date and you guys and he was cracking up. He was cracking up listening to us.
Oh yes, and he calls me beautiful. And you
And
got to
you
realize
are.
I was in a relationship for 10 years that was domestic violence, and I was never told I was pretty or anything for 10 years. And so every time he answers the phone, he says, "Hi, beautiful."
Hi,
And I
beautiful.
just melt. And
Oh,
I
good
told him,
morning,
"Don't fall in
Roxy.
love with me." I would tell him all the time, "Don't fall in love with me. I'm not good enough for you." And
Oh, stop that. Yes, you are.
I know I am now. And
Oh, you are. And you need to know you're
I
beautiful
appreciate
inside
that.
and out.
And I know my worth. And so anyway, and he we're also going to start house looking like January or February. He's already started house looking.
Well,
And
congratulations. Definitely
I
want to
I mean, I never thought I would find somebody at my age to love me. And I've never been married, and I have no children, and he has no children. And and so I'm finally I'm excited because I have somebody to grow old with. And although he has some heart issues and I have my health issues, because I have MS and I've been diagnosed with MS for 30 years. And so I
ooh,
know I'm basically living on borrowed time. And I, um, I just wanted to find somebody to love me and to grow old with me.
Well, you
Somebody
let
to
me
hold my
know when
hand.
you're getting married, and I would definitely send you a wedding gift. And anybody that
Oh,
knows me, if I said I'm going to do something, I will
Heidi,
definitely do it.
real quick, forgive me because
Yes.
I don't know what you do. Are you a lawyer or work in a law firm? Because you sure do come across that way. And I take it by the laugh. I'm so wrong.
I did go to, I took, I was going to be a lawyer, Claudia, at the last, I changed my mind. So, yes, I was definitely going to be an attorney. Good morning, Arthur. But have a great day, Jennifer Jean. Love you, dear. Yeah, I was definitely, you always ask me that, and I just don't answer you. But no, I was actually going to be an attorney. I
Well,
enjoy the law.
you're a very smart woman, and it comes across in your chat. You're fun. I could see, if I was in your neighborhood, you and I would be neighborhood buddies. And,
Thank
you
you.
know,
Thank you.
but
I have sat through so many, when you go to school, you have to go to court, you have to go to these trials, you have to do a summation, and then
yes,
you have
ma'am.
mock trials and stuff in class. And I've always enjoyed going sit in on the trial. My sister, she has her master's in criminal justice. And when they would go in and like the attorneys would hire them to investigate scenes and different things like that. And she would send me all these pictures. And this has been like the last 7, 8 years. And I would just go through and I'm like, okay, what you need to ask him about this, 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 and this, and this. And it was just funny. And then she started sending me these pictures. And I said, I don't want to see this shit. She goes, you need to see it so you can get to, yeah. So I enjoy it. I
Wow.
just enjoy that. Good morning, one man band.
One of my little sisters went to law school at Notre Dame and is now teaching there. They contacted her and asked her um, if she would be interested in a professorship. And so she's teaching at Notre Dame and
Okay.
getting married next week, this coming up week. And so,
Congratulations to her. But no, I have two attorneys in my family and a judge, well, three attorneys, and one of them became a judge. So yes, I've enjoyed the law. Always have.
wow.
Always have.
One last question, honey. Are you on Instagram?
Yes, I am.
Okay, with all of us. Okay, I'll contact you through Instagram and give you
I'm gonna
more
give you, I'm gonna put it
information.
in the chat on how to contact me on
Okay,
Instagram.
super.
It's
All
just
right.
T sippers.
Bye.
Okay.
I'm going back to chat, but I appreciate
Okay.
you guys so much. I mean, I've said it before in Terry Lynn's chat, but you guys are one of the main reasons why I'm still here because I was suicidal. I had two different plans, and it's because I found you guys one night and that I'm here and I'm grateful that I've gotten to be close to several of them, several of you guys in the chat. And I just appreciate every one of you guys so much.
Well, I want to ask you a question before you drop down. Do you
Yes,
feel that
ma'am.
I'm submissive?
Ma'am?
Do you feel that I'm submissive?
Oh, no, ma'am. You are not submissive.
Well, I'm just asking because, I go into Bombshell's chat and people are saying that the subs in her chat are submissive. I was like, wait a minute. I've never been submissive to a damn soul. So
No.
I was just
Um,
asking because I know damn well I'm not submissive. But for people to throw that shit out there, it
they're
pisses me
just
off.
stirring the pot, I think, Heidi,
Oh, I know.
because
I just laugh about it. Good
I
morning,
do
shits and
too, but
giggles.
no, and I'm not really sure if I really mix in with that group, but I'll go in there because she's part of this group, and
She's funny as
um,
hell. She's funny. But
she's
I just
funny.
don't like when she's upset and when she's crying. But you know what I say? People handle things the way they want to handle them. People say all kinds of shit about me, and I really don't care because I know me. And if it makes them feel better to put out this bullshit, you go right on ahead because it doesn't affect my life in any way at all. Good morning, my beautiful Jean Wilson.
Bye, Heidi. Thank you for letting
Bye,
me come up.
baby. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sweetie. Okay. I'm sorry about the ads, guys. I am so serious. I did not. I have my monetization on, but now it's giving you a choice on whether you want to show ads in midstream or not. And I unchecked that box. So I am so sorry. Hi, Pamela Barr. How are you, sweetie? Okay, let's get to Sheriff Grady. Let's go. And then I look, then I've got to go. Here we go. We're going to go with Sheriff Grady so we can see what he's been up to.
That in the media. The other that was the sexual predator operation that resulted in 6 arrests. These 6 people here. I want you to get a good look at these folks, because these are people that thought they were going to come have sex with children. They came to a strange undercover location thinking that they were going to encounter a 13 or a 14 or a 15-year-old child. They're dangerous. If it weren't for the outstanding work of the men and women of law enforcement, they absolutely would have attacked children had it not been an undercover operation. We were joined by our colleagues, because no one agency can do this by themselves as successfully as we can working together. The Orange County Sheriff's Office, the Lakeland Police Department, the Hillsborough Sheriff's Office, the Tampa Police Department, and the Lake County Sheriff's Office joined us in this operation. And as a result, we took some very, very bad people off the street.
Yes, I used to watch To
So
Catch
I
a
want
Predator.
to introduce you to them. I want you to see what a pedophile
With Chris
looks like.
Hansen.
I want you to see what someone looks like and some of the words that they say.
Oh my
whenever they're
God.
caught thinking they're going to have sex with children.
Oh my God.
The first one is Douglas Cooley. He's 26. He's from Apopka. He's employed by the Discover Aftercare.
Oh my God.
This is a program that is on the Orange County School District's property. To be specific, the Clay Springs Elementary School, where aftercare is provided to children. He worked in that program with children. And now he shows up at an undercover operation to have sex with a very young teenage girl.
I have the
He thought
trigger
he was
warning
gonna
up.
meet this 15-year-old as a result of a bad stepmom operation. That's right. He was going to pay stepmom to have sex with a 15-year-old.
Oh my God.
I'd like to underscore that this program that he worked for is a contractor or a vendor, not the school employees, but a contracted service to the Orange County school system. So he thought he was going to meet this 15-year-old little girl and have sex because the bad stepmom arranged it. He was going to pay for it. He said that, I'm interested, but is she the only girl you have? Did you hear what I said?
Oh my God.
Did you hear what I said? He wanted to know if this was the only girl that they had. And then our suspect, Douglas, asked the stepmom, are you her pimp? The child's 15 years of age. He traveled to this location. He was also charged with human trafficking as well. Oh, he was wearing a DARE t-shirt.
Oh, shit.
Who are not familiar, DARE is a program that's taught to teach children how to be safe and to resist drugs. He was wearing that t-shirt. He's currently in our jail. He said, my life's over. Kinda. We plan to send you to prison for a very, very long time. What you did was a serious felony, but because of the work of our detectives, and I brag on them because they're simply the very best, that night, it wasn't a real child that he was able to groom and convince that it's all right to come over, or it wasn't a real stepmom that was offering up her stepdaughter for sex. He didn't know that, but he does now. And then there's Euro Muniz. He's from Kissimmee.
Kissimmee, Florida. Kissimmee.
He was a laborer for Brand Safeway Scaffolding. They fired him. They were not amused. He's married.
Oh my God.
He thought he was meeting a 13-year-old child,
13?
girl, for sex. He said he wanted to teach her how to have sex. But
Oh
he
my
used
God.
much more graphic terms than that. Now, if I told you that, you just bleep it out and wouldn't tell everyone.
Hi, Petty. Hi, Lil.
Some of y'all may even cover up some of these faces, but you know, shame on you if you do. But when asked, well, what would you do?
Exactly,
if a man
Just
was willing
Beetle.
to do this to your daughters? And we asked that question because we discovered during the interview with him, he had 4 daughters.
4 daughters?
16 years of age. What would you do if a grown man, 40 years of age, wanted to come have sex with your daughters like you wanted to have sex with this 13-year-old?
Oh, I know what my
He
sons would
said,
do.
well, if they tried
I know what
to
I
my
would do.
daughters, he said, I would hang them.
Yep.
Well, that's against law. We can't do that. But we can prosecute you and send you to prison for a very long time. But while he would take the ultimate violent act against someone wanting to hurt his daughter,
But he would hurt somebody
he was doing
else's
the same
child.
thing to
Yep.
someone else's daughter. By the way, his daughters are being screened as well.
Oh,
He's
thank
posted
you.
bond, and I find it interesting that he's posted bond. He's out. He's out until court day.
He's out.
But he traveled, and he's also charged with attempted lewd battery. Now, I want to take this a step further. Keep in mind what he said he would do if they did it to his daughters. So why he is grooming what he thinks is a 13-year-old, he sends photos of his little man.
No, he
Hear
didn't.
that?
Yes, I heard you.
He's a little man.
His little man.
The little man didn't have any clothes on. It was nasty. It was a nasty little man. But yet it's okay for him to do that to somebody else's child.
Hell no.
Once again,
Good morning, Beans.
he's locked up. He confessed. He's lost his job, and we intend to do our best to send
Did his wife put him out the house?
And then there's Trevor Walker. He is a maintenance guy, maintenance tech at a Publix warehouse over in Orange County, Orlando area. He wanted to have unprotected sex for 3 hours with a 15-year-old girl.
Oh my God.
He went for this bad stepmom deal. He was going to pay her $400, stepmom, so he could have sex. Now, our undercovers
He was
talked
going
to
to pay
this
the
guy
step.
for 3 days before he showed up. And you might ask why. Some have to build their nerve up. Most enjoy the pursuit and the grooming as much as they do the sexual encounter.
You just
That's what we
talked about the
find a
grooming.
lot with pedophiles. It's the pursuit
Hi, peace
of
and
your
struggle.
quest
Didn't see you.
as
Sorry.
much as it is the sex. He even went so far as to say, well, what would it cost me if I spent all night with a 15-year-old girl? All right, here's his moment to not travel. Okay, he's already in trouble for what he said on the computer, but here's his moment. He said, now listen, I don't want to get caught up in any of this Grady Judge Sting business, and I don't want to see Chris Hansen.
Oh, shit.
He got to see both. The Grady Judge Sting and Chris Hansen was there. So he's not only on local television, he's going to be on a program about how he's a pedophile and he's dangerous. And
I'm so sorry
after
about
we
the
caught
ads.
him,
It's not
and he
me.
figured out it was a Grady Judge Sting and Chris Hansen was there to talk to him. He said, well, I made the decision to come here. I'm just stupid. What do you think? Stupid is being nice. You're an absolute moron.
Thank you. He's an asshole. He's a pedo.
He also added that he wanted to have rough sex with his 15-year-old child.
Rough sex with a 15-year-old. What the fuck is rough sex?
15-year-old children in jail.
Oh, I cursed. Sorry.
Nasty, dangerous person. That's right. Then there's Douglas De Silva of Windermere. Newsflash. I know it's hard for you to believe, but he's illegal from Brazil. He's an Uber driver.
Oh,
and
shit.
he also cleans houses. I didn't think you could be an Uber driver if you were illegal. You can't take an Uber directly from Brazil here, so they had to hire him after he got here.
Oh, shit.
He's married. He traveled to have sex with what he thought was a 15-year-old female, and he was going to pay $220 for that experience.
Oh,
once again, he talked to the stepmom. He wanted to have different kinds of sex. Now, we can't go into the details for obvious reasons, but he said, hey, I'll up it from $220, stepmom, to $250, an extra $30 if I can have unprotected sex.
Oh, my
with this
God.
15-year-old child. He's also charged with human
I'll be
trafficking.
cutting off some shit. I'll be Lorena about
confessed.
it.
He's been here 4 years, and he's waiting on his green card.
What?
Well, just thinking out loud,
He's being
I
deported.
believe even this administration won't give you your green card since you're now on
He
a
said
federal
even this
license.
administration.
But we'll have to wait and see.
But you have to be convicted.
We want him to go to prison. And then last but not least, well, no, we have two more actually, but I'll tell you about our veteran.
Ooh.
He's an Army veteran. He's currently a student.
He's an Army veteran?
Army, and he's got his VA benefits, and he was learning to be a Harley Davidson motorcycle mechanic. You know, it's been my experience that Harley riders are real men. They're not pedophiles.
No, they're not.
They're not sex predators.
Oh, my
They
God.
don't want anybody that's a pedophile or a sex predator working on their Harley. But he wanted to have sex with a 14-year-old. And he made the statement. Okay, are you ready for this? He made the statement. I don't know who made him a great historian. If this were 200 years ago, our age difference wouldn't make any difference at all. Well, it's 200 years later, and it makes a lot of difference to us.
Good morning,
He
Jenny O.
confessed. He's currently in jail. But here's the thing that amazed me. He just moved to Davenport from Kentucky. I got to welcome him to Polk County when we arrested him. And on the way, while he was traveling to have sex with a child, he called his 5-year-old girl and a 6-year-old boy up in Kentucky.
Oh, my
Wish them
God.
good night. So he's wishing them good night while he's on his way to have sex with a child.
Sick.
Look, folks,
Cut their shit off.
these folks all have a hitch in
Annihilate them.
They're not good people. Now here's our last one. Ferris,
Good morning,
Please.
Scotty's Deborah.
he's married. He has adult children. He's an Uber driver. He's on public assistance, and he wanted to have sex with a 14-year-old female. Now he told us he was on public assistance. That's how we know. So did you take some of that government money that we all paid taxes with to have sex with a female, put gas in the car? Or was that extra money? He's Syrian born, he's naturalized. He is legally in this country. And at the end of the day, he made this prolific statement. Trust is like a glass. Once broken, it will never be the same again. What's that about?
So I'm going to stop. When you just said, what is it about these Uber drivers? So my granddaughter has a friend that comes over, and sometimes I'll send her home in an Uber. But when I do get an Uber, I request a female driver. I make sure it's a female driver. I walk her out there to let them know when she gets where she's going. She texts me, and then the Uber driver would text me to let me know that she just dropped her off and she's in the house. I always request an Uber driver for her, but it always has to be a female. Hi, Colin. How are you? So I do. And now this is making me worry too, because just because it's a female doesn't mean that she's not going to try to give her this. Oh God, I can't. I'm gonna have to start taking her home. I can't be trusting anybody. No one.
Well, he can trust us that he's locked up in jail and we won't break his glass because he can trust.
No
the law
sleepovers,
to
Terry.
arrest when he does something like this. Now, he
Well,
has
no,
a
my granddaughter went
$26,000
for a sleepover,
bond,
but I know
he's
the
out.
parents.
So if he didn't use the public assistance money that he said he got that night to get there to have sex with a child, did he use some of that public assistance money to bond out of jail? We don't know. But I find it interesting. He needs to be on public assistance, but he has money to bond out of jail for being a child predator.
Why are you giving these people bail?
We will continue these operations. We're going to protect the children, not only of Polk County, of Florida, but around the country and around the world from these kind of deviant actors. That night,
I'm doing great,
they
Colin.
would have all attacked children had it not been an undercover operation and it had been a real child that they managed to groom online. Are there any questions?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yes.
You can't hear the question, so I'm just going to stop that. But this is sickening. When I saw that pop up, I'm like, just goes hand in hand with my discussion with MRE yesterday. This is disgusting. They're just letting them go. Why are you giving these people bail so they can go? Good morning, the Madge observes. Yep, you can track the ride. Yes, I do use the share location thing too as well. I really do. But now it's just making me wonder because, you know, they have these groomers. I mean, shit, you might get females that's tied up with these weird ass guys. So, yeah, but if it's if I have something to go do, or like the last time, I had to send her in an Uber because I had a concert to get to, and I wouldn't have time to take her where she needed to go and get to where I needed to be on time. So I did. And when I call, I always ensure that it's a female. What is my son sending me? But anyway, he sent me 3 messages. Okay. So yesterday when I was ending my live, right, I let the music play and my son sent me a message. He goes, "Your mic is hot." I said, "I know, I'm playing the music, and if I turn my mic off, they won't hear it." And he said, "Oh, okay, cool." Yes, I'm gonna go look at that, and I'm going to have to dissect this damn woman. But the Madge observes, sweetie, it is so nice to see you. I saw you last night. I was so happy to see you in chat. Let me see. I hate to sound judgmental or negative, but I don't believe a pedo ever changes once they do it once. And I know, and I believe that too. I believe that too. Because if you're sick enough to hurt a child, you're not going to change. And when we watched that other Predator show, Southeast, and the guy was talking about, you know, about they have pictures of babies, and, you know, he sees them on, what is it called, Telegram, and they're putting pictures around and videos of children young in diapers being abused. That was disgusting. Wait a minute. A couple of months ago, a woman posted a pic in a story that her daughter was almost kidnapped from a store. Sent that pic to my sister and nephew. Found out he was in front of them. Oh my God. They called the cops and they let him go. Get out of here. Get out of here. They just put them back in society. You don't even know if they're being tracked or not. And they're supposed to register. Yes, they are. And a lot of them don't. But if they don't register and if their parole officers are on the thing, they do go back and pick them up. They can't be within so many feet of a school. You can't. And even if your mom's, when they release them, they really can't be around any kids. And that's family members as well, as we see what happened to the pastor and the 6 or 7-year-old. Yep, there's a high risk of that. Oh, Corn's mom, yes, we would definitely be praying for you. And guys, I was seeing the praying hands in the chat. This right here. They're telling me that's not praying hands. They're telling me that's a high five. Did you guys know that's a high five and that's not praying hands? And if you look closely, it's two different hands together. But they're telling me that's a high five. That's not praying hands. This is so sick. He hangs at Tim's. Who hangs at Tim's? What am I missing? Chantel Gucci. Oh, okay. This is sick. But they just need, I don't think they need to let him out. I don't think they need to be let out at all. What? I used to do the app when we first bought that home. When we first bought the house, and at one point, there was no sexual offenders within 5 or 10 miles. Within a year, not a year, within like 2 years, when I checked that thing, I was like, oh my God, where are all these sexual offenders coming from? You can't be putting these people in a neighborhood where you have kids running around and they all need to be locked away somewhere. Okay, that's what comes up. And that's what I said. That's praying hands, but they're saying, no, it's high five. I'm like, no, because you look, the thumbs are together. So, I had to start really, really looking. The thumbs are together. They should not be released back into society. Thank you, Kareem. It looks like praying hands to me. That's what it looks like. And when you type that in, that's what comes up. Bring back asylums. Yes. Yes, I remember the story you told me. I definitely do. Whew, Lord, these people are sick. Dorit, if you're listening, I don't know if you're up. I'm going to call you later because I need to see about some stuff when I get, when we get to Vegas. I need hair and nails. So I need to talk to you about that so we can make that appointment. All right, let's see. And makeup. They're out of prison. My nephew was pissed when he found out he was released. Oh my God. But it's not just men that are abusing children. We do know that, right? It's women as well. Even though the teachers are sleeping with the students, they're still abusing these kids. They're still abusing these kids. And to a teenage boy, it's like, yeah, I got a prize. No, you're being abused. You're being abused. That's not a prize. Hi, Remy. Hey, Heidi, I think states need to have laws preventing them living in a distance of schools, daycare, and they do. I want to hear that discrimination against anyone. Some shouldn't be released, and they shouldn't be. What happened to them castrating them? Chemically castrating them. You see what happened with Jeffrey Dahmer after they put his ass in general population, right? See what happened to him. And then this other black guy that was, he had assaulted a child and Kadam. They took him out in prison too, and that wasn't too long ago. And I told you about the story about the guy in Houston whose son was kidnapped and abused and everything else. They announced they were bringing the guy back. You know, they extradited him, brought him back, and he got into the air, and he just pop. He was gone. He was gone. He took him out right there in the airport. Yep, it's a brain thing. And I don't think he was ever charged or served. And I need to go back and double check that. Yeah, because you can't even send your kids to school without worrying about them being molested. He said his family is going back. This is sad. Corin's mom, Colin has a message for you. He said, I'm told everything will go okay for you. This comes from a male in spirit who has been around you. This is sick. But these people, castrating doesn't, it's a brain chemistry thing. They aren't wired right. Chop it off then. Chop it off. Yeah, they can still harm a child. You're right. You're right. But at least, and they'll find other methods to do it. Turn them into eating. Yes. Terry, I heard about that. They don't do anything. So, guys, I watched the special. I forgot, Matt. You remember the young man who was first, it was attempted to be a robbery, and then they just beat the shit out of him because he was gay. I watched that not too long ago, too. I watched it again, and it's just a sad, sad story. It might be your dad. You said your pops passed when you were 14. I mean, your grand. Oh, damn, off with their heads. Yeah, this is just sick. You know, I don't, I've always been that way. I don't trust my whether it's male, boy or girl, to go anywhere. Yes, Matthew Shepard. It was good. It's still there. You can go watch it. I remember when that shit first happened, and it was just disgusting. But it was 2 girls involved and the 2 guys, and the girls served time too. Well, the 2 men are there for life. Well, one got 35 years, but it's a sad, sad story. And young man, handsome young man, all because of the choice he made and how he wanted to live his life. But it started as a robbery, and they said he lost control. Nope, don't trust anybody. But it was so I was going to tell you the channel Mandu. There was one on Mandu, and you guys need to go watch it, where the grandfather was he had been R-ing his granddaughter for the longest, and he was trying to get out on parole, and he impregnated her. Then there's another one where the judge gave a suspended sentence to this guy for what he did to a child, and 2 months later he was back for doing the same shit. Back doing the same shit. So if you guys don't follow Mandu, please, it's Mandoo. Yep, take a child's life, you take theirs. Yep, take off their damn heads. Okay, Colin, because they're grooming. Yep, they were revealed by teachers. He gives them cockroaches. Yeah, that's the name he calls them. But, we definitely have to be more diligent on what's going on around us and our kids. Really, really do. We were in the store the other day, and I had left the bags in my car because here, we'd use recyclable bags. I was only going to get a couple of things, and I wound up buying damn near $200 worth of stuff. So Kayla said, well, give me the keys. Let me go out to the car to get the bags. If not, you pay 8 cents a bag here. So I said, she's going, Grandma, the car is just right there. So you know what I did, right? She takes my keys to go to the car, and I run to the door just to see and just to make sure. And then she's walking back in, and I made sure she had crossed over and she was walking back through the door. I just, and I know it's crazy, but I don't trust people. Ooh, that, you know what? That's a great idea. They need to be, live next to the parole people that gave them parole. Exactly. I would do the same thing. I do the same thing. I remember my granddaughter was small. She had a habit of rubbing herself, and she was little. Went straight to the pediatrician just to make sure no one had touched her and did anything to her. Went straight to the pediatrician. Don't play that. Don't play that. Oh, you remember the story of the bus driver who was driving special needs kids, and the girl became pregnant, and they were blaming the bus driver, not realizing it was another special needs student that she was having sex with. These people, women and men, get abused in these psychological hospitals as well. You know, they're under patient care. They're being taken advantage of sexually, like the woman who had been in a coma all those years, and she turns up pregnant. Shit is crazy. She was being ordered over and over again by an orderly, and she became pregnant. Oh yeah, we should put people down that hurt kids. And they were blaming the bus driver because he was an elderly, he was an older man, because he was always really nice to her and stuff. And they were looking at him when it wasn't him. Oh, Jimmy Savile done. What did Jimmy Savile do? Ooh, Jimmy Savile. Oh yeah, Savile. Yes, I need to look him up because MRE was talking about that yesterday. We'll definitely look at Jimmy Savile. And I forgot about him. I would definitely look at that. The ankle braces and stuff don't work because, you know, they cut that shit off, right? Yes, they did. They would blame the child because what did you do to make him do? What do you mean? What did the child do? And when I hear these men talking about how, what was that sick guy that we watched that time? And he said that that it was the girl's fault because she was enticing him. What? This is a child. Hi, Snosberry, sweetie. Good morning. How are you? I have not seen you around, woman. There would be no bond. I'm telling you, take them all out. Take them out. And they always said the justice system, you know, it works slowly. No, you keep letting these people out there abusing children. You abuse an elderly person. You abuse a child. You abuse a handicapped person, a disabled. Your ass needs to be put down. No, I didn't see the play ankle braces for kids. Oh my God. He had keys to mentally ill children's work. He was sick. Oh my God. We're going to have to look at that on another day. Definitely going to have to look at that on another day. Oh, I'm sorry, Snods. I just got over I'm still getting over the sinus infection, but I had a stomach virus too. But I feel a whole lot better. Whole lot better. Oh, sorry to hear that, sweetie. So I guess you're not paying attention in his YouTube street. Remy, well, just speaking for myself and the kind of people I was around, I know we didn't blame. Sorry what you experienced. Yeah, they used to go, especially this older generation, especially if the man was taking care of everything. What did you do? What did you do? Oh, yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. Nursery homes are horrible, so they're abusing the elderly and can't defend themselves. Yep, and they have dementia. Oh, I found I had a see. I had a oh, I didn't have a stomach infection. Hi, Carter, sweetie. Oh my God. Yes. You know, everybody has that creepy ass uncle, that older uncle, you know, that's married to your great aunt, or, you know, yeah. I in Louisiana be like, what was it? This girl, we would go, and her uncle was just creepy as shit. And then she used to always say that he always tried to touch her. And I did. I told my mom about that. And she spoke to her mother because I was like, she was saying, and I always got the willies when I went over to her house because he would just stare at you. Yeah. You sent it to your IG. Okay. All right. Heidi, I sent it to your IG. Hold on, Corns. Let me grab my phone. Hold on. Hold on. Let me grab it. Let's just see. I see the ankle monitor. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me show you guys this. Hold on. Let me show you. There's the ankle monitor for kids. Hi, Wyatt. Welcome back. Oh my God. Is that to track them in the park and stuff? Oh, to make sure the little snot stays in his room. Oh, that is too funny. Oh my God. Hi, Pharaoh Hooker Rescue. All right, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check it, Joe being Joe. I'll go in. No, mental health has become a past which diminishes those who really suffer from it. That is so true. If I come in and just say hello and don't say anything else, it's because I'm not familiar with or comfortable with the convo. I got it, sweetie. I do the same thing. I do. If I go in the chat and don't know anything that's going on, I'll listen for a bit. And then if I'm not comfortable with it, I leave. So I do the same thing. I do the same thing. Nope. Don't believe in it. Wherever I went, they went. Nope. 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 I'm serious. Like when KK, you know, when she's here and I'm taking a trip and she don't want to go, you don't have a choice. You're coming because I'm not going. Well, I can stay at my friend. No, you can't. Let me go see Joe being Joe. Request. I always get these stupid things that they want to collab. No, you're not collabing with me because I'm not putting your products up. I'm not selling shit. Not doing any of that. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. I don't see it. I'll have to go check. All right. So, guys, what the hell? How people can hurt you. Yes. I don't even trust the teachers. You can't trust the teachers either. The pastors either, Snosberry. You weren't here yesterday. I don't know if you caught my replay, but there's a pastor in Houston that was abusing, and supposedly she's a relative that was abusing a 6 or 7-year-old girl at the time. Now she's 16. He impregnated her. She had a baby in the closet. That makes me want to know, where were the freaking parents at? Where were you at? Who is this man to your child besides a relative, and the fact that he is a pastor that was doing this stuff to your child, taking her to school and having sex with her behind the HEB, in the church, and everywhere else? Who the hell is this? Shit is crazy. Oh, he must have had a reason. Yep, they go where I go still. Yep, I remember that. Oh my God. Yes. So that makes you wonder, where are these parents at? Will you try? I don't care if he's a pastor or not. I don't care if he's a priest. Don't care. Who is this man to be taking your kid to school, always with your child? And then the father was up there yesterday on the news. He's talking about how they want to get the baby back. And she had the baby in the closet. And what if she would have died? Where the fuck were you at when the shit was going on? Where were you at? My son wouldn't even go Boy Scout camping unless I went. When they went on camping trips, I went on camping trips. Me, my son, and my nephews. They were in the Boy Scouts. They went, I went. So you can, it's not being too protective. I mean, it's just, and kids, right? I'll be okay. I'm just going to go walk here. No, okay, got you. Protect them, exactly. Can't trust birds and the bee. Yep. Well, I didn't go to every field trip, but then when they were going to the Enchanted Forest, and some things I couldn't make because my work schedule was really bad conflict. I was have meetings or whatever. But when I found out they were going to the Enchanted Forest, I put that time in, and then he wanted me to take the bus. The first time I took the bus, the next time I drove my car behind the school bus with him. He had so much fun because he got to go he didn't have to be in a group, do things with the teachers. He got to go eat whatever he wanted to go eat. He got to go ride whatever he wanted to ride. He didn't have to be in a group setting. So I made that a mission. Every time they had some kind of field trip, I was going to be there so he can have fun. Yep, same thing. Where was the father? And we're talking about the 8 pets. Where was the father? Yep, going to the park. We all going. Hi, Mycelia. How are you? Yep, I don't play that. I just don't. Kayla was outside the other day. She was riding bike with one of her friends, and I didn't hear him anymore. Guess what I did? Kayla, I went outside so that what I said, okay, stay right in this area. So I need to be able to see and hear you. She's 15. I don't care. I don't care. 15. I don't care. When my son took his high school class trip for 12th grade, they took the bus to Florida. They went to Universal Studios, and then they took a cruise. Guess who he was texting or just checking in the morning, evening? No, you're okay. And he graduated at 17. He didn't turn 18 until November. Still checking. And that's a man. Well, he was a young man. I didn't care. Shit happens on these ships and everything. You get into hassle, people throwing, they trying to throw you up now. And I really wanted to go. And they asked me, did I wanted to volunteer? And I almost went, and I said, no, I need to be able to trust that he makes the right decisions. Yep, trusted guest. Like when my grandson's mom used to take her daughter and leave her at supposedly her friend's house. I said, no, don't do that. If you're going to go somewhere, you bring her here to me. I'll have her with her brother. And she goes, oh, I said, okay, that's your friend. You don't know who's in that house. You don't know anything about those people that live in that house. Bring her to me. So I would keep her when she would go out. I would keep her there with her little brother. Don't take her to somebody's house because you say that's your friend. You don't know who's in and out these people's houses. You don't know anything about the rest of the people that come in and out. You bring her to me. And she wasn't even with my son any longer. But no, you're not leaving that little girl with, no, I wasn't going to do that to that child. No matter what you went through with my, whether you were with my son or not. That is my grandson's big sister. I love that little girl, and I was not going to have her just going anywhere. You go do what you want to do. But you're not taking that little girl and leaving her anywhere. She's going to be with me. And that's the way it was. And she would call me, can I bring? I said, yep, bring her here. Bring her here. You're not taking her anywhere. So, Anyway, guys, I really, wait a minute. Mandu just released a new video. So I really need to go because I need to get some stuff done. I need to get myself together so I can be ready to go. Mandu just posted a video. He claims he was having an affair with his 9-year-old daughter. What? What? He was having an affair. Oh my God. Hold on. Hi, damn it, Mandy. Oh my God. This man just said he was having an affair with his 9-year-old daughter. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me go. Get the hell out of here. He was having an affair with his 9-year-old daughter. Let me just show you guys. Hold on. I'm going to show it to you. You can go watch it. Oh my goodness. He said he was having an affair with his 9-year-old daughter. This man right here. Hold on. Let's just listen to this.
Aggravated oral sexual battery and forcible rape.
Oh my God.
Sentenced to a total of 40 years. Parole date, August 1st, 2021. Good time, July 17, 2031. Full term, July 11th, 2038. Is this information correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Marabello.
Thank you very much. Mr. Suit, my name is Tony.
He said he was having an affair with his 9-year-old daughter. He is in jail. Now he's trying to get out.
Bella, can you
This
hear
is
me
a
okay?
parole hearing.
Yes, sir.
Your case was assigned to me, so I'll begin this interview process. Mr. Suit, how old are you, sir?
72.
Okay. And how long have you been in prison on these charges?
Since 2000. So 23 years.
2000,
He's
so
in Angola, guys.
21,
This is
22 years?
Louisiana.
22 years.
Tell me, what programs have you taken while you've been in prison that you believe have been most helpful to you?
No. You're a member to his channel. I subbed to his channel. I didn't know he had memberships. This shit is sick. He's in Angola prison.
Most helpful to me has been while I was here in Angola in the early stages was cage rage, anger management, because I had a hard problem, controlling myself with.
Oh my God.
With the anger and other programs that helped me was the BETG, which is Behavioral Education Therapy Group of Sex Offenders.
I'm going to join the membership.
And
I can't play those.
Risk
I'll
factors
join the membership to see.
And face those risk factors. I realized the problems that I had. This just didn't happen because of one reason. It happened because of multiple reasons.
Talk to me about the problems that you learned that you've had.
The problems I
They're
had
not playing with him at all.
First was a compulsive addiction, and
compulsive addiction to what?
To drugs and alcohol.
So you're blaming it on drugs and alcohol?
Through the help of the mental health department at Rayburn, we worked through that. And
you couldn't have worked through shit. You're not rehabilitated.
It's curtailed. I have no desire
No desire for what?
No desire for alcohol or drugs.
What about
And how did you
on?
accomplish that?
Oh my God.
By prayer, mainly.
By prayer.
I'm
Look
a
how she's
senior
looking.
in the
How
Bible
look how she was
college
looking
here.
at him.
And through a lot of prayer and a lot of work and facilitating other groups,
Oh my God.
I worked through that, and I put that in my past where I don't even think
Look
about
at
it
the
anymore.
disdain she has
Tell
for
me
him.
how you intend on, assuming that you get out, how do you intend on making sure you don't go back to alcohol and drugs?
What about him having an affair with his 9-year-old daughter? I really have to go, but I need to see this.
Believe it or not, I have a wonderful brother who will hold me accountable. He's a retired law enforcement officer, and I have
That affects the
other
families too.
support. Support is the main thing. You know, you can get really involved with a negative support group, but thank the Lord that I have a very positive.
Yep, they're using the Lord.
What kind of drugs and alcohol were you using?
Can we get to
I
him
was
having an affair?
really
7-year-old daughter, please.
fond of tequila, and I was very fond of cocaine.
And how often were you using drugs and alcohol?
Maybe once or twice a month.
Once or twice a month.
Sometimes
Get out of
more,
here.
depending on the time I had off from work.
Oh my God.
Mr.
No,
Suit,
it's not him, Mandy.
tell me what you have thought about what you've done to your daughter. I haven't heard a word about your
Thank you.
crime. You're talking about drug addiction. I mean, what you did to that young woman is horrible. You tell me what you've thought about that and how I should be in a position to release you today or vote to release you.
There's a day that goes by where I don't regret and pray and
Stop using the Lord.
remember the,
Hi, M. Went.
like you say, the atrocity of what I did. That to put it into words is really, really hard for me
Why?
to do.
You did it.
I have more regret in my heart for that
Get the fuck.
that I can really express to you.
So he's been there for 20 years. So she's 32
It
now.
wasn't an intended thing. It was a thing that just.
It wasn't an intended thing.
What do you mean it wasn't intended? I mean,
Thank
this
you.
went on for
It
years.
wasn't something that I planned to do. It wasn't something that, oh, I'm going to do this to my daughter. No, there's things.
But it went on for years.
Thank you.
This thing that happened to me in my youth
We're
is
not talking
also
about
a
you. We're talking
residual
about
of
what you
what
did to your
happened
daughter.
there. I was molested at three years old.
So you turned around and molested your
That
daughter.
continued up until I was 7 or 8 years old. And by
I don't want to hear
older
it. Hurt people.
peers and by friends of family, you know, they took advantage of me, and it just all stemmed
Thank you,
together.
Terry.
You know, the
It does.
addictions, the anger, the pain that I had, and
Exactly, Beetle.
the more I had to rely
You got caught.
on my daughter for my help, you know, because I was mentally incapacitated.
You were
at the
50.
time.
She was 9.
What effect do you think this has had on your daughter all of this time?
I think that she went through a lot of pain.
Really? See, shit like this is just.
I mean, I was the adult.
Ugh.
I'm responsible. She wasn't responsible.
Exactly, damn it, Mandy.
And
Exactly.
I'm still responsible.
You know, it bothers me a little bit when I read your report. Now, I know it's been 3-4 years ago, but in explaining what happened, you described what happened between you and your 9-year-old daughter, and then when she was 11, as a sexual affair.
No,
How can you say that?
that shows a word that I chose to show the delusion that was
You
in
weren't
my
delusional.
mind at the
You were
time
not
that it
delusional.
was happening.
Bullshit.
It wasn't reality. I
Bull-
know that, but I didn't know how else to explain it.
You are
It
your
was
daughter.
a delusion that I felt that wasn't true.
Where was your wife? Oh my God.
What would you say to me today when I get ready to vote that would make me feel comfortable that something like this isn't going to happen again?
I can't get
It'll
it up.
never happen again. I'll never be in that frame of mind again.
Bullshit.
That person is gone.
Bullshit.
That person doesn't even exist anymore.
Bullshit.
The day that I accepted and received Christ as my Savior, and I left all that at the cross with
Oh
Him,
Lord, here we go.
I'm not dragging that back. I live my life for Him and my daughter and a future that could be built on.
What would your plan be? Where are you going to live if you get out of prison?
Immediately would be in Bogalusa at some friends of mine's house
You don't need to be around kids.
until I can get on my feet and get a place of my own.
You're 72. Thank you, Pam. He would.
Well, there's nothing you can do about what I'm about to tell you, but you do have opposition from law enforcement. Victim opposition is obviously there. Is there anything that you would say to your daughter today if she
Law
were
enforcement
listening
don't
to
even
you?
want him out.
Well, yes, I'm very, very, very sorry for what happened. And I regret it every day. If there was a way that I could change it, I would.
You should never done it.
And
You're right. It's
far
BS.
as I know, in the communication that she has no opposition for my release.
She does.
Matter of fact,
He just said it.
I was informed that she wants me to be released.
She wants to kill. Well, you know what? Let me stop.
All right. Thank you. That's all I've got.
He
Mr.
just said
Chairman.
the victim has opposition.
Ms. Bonnie Jackson.
Mr. Suit, you say if you could take it back, you would. You say you recognize the harm done to her. I'm not sure that you really do, but don't you think it would be harmful to her for you to be released?
Harmful to her?
Mentally, psychologically, emotionally, in light of what you've done to her?
No, because that person doesn't exist anymore.
That is true.
For her, he does. Where did you get the idea that she was in favor of your being released?
Communication with family members.
Whose
she
family?
is,
Whose
that
family?
she,
What family members told you that she was in favor of your getting out? And what was their relationship with her?
uncle, uh, I mean,
He's lying. They just said she had opposition.
Your stepson was also a victim. He suffered at your hands from regular beatings. He
no,
doesn't want you out.
my
Thank
step,
you.
I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
Dad. That's YouTube. That is not
stepson?
me.
Mhm.
They just started this new thing, which was
I don't
supposed to
have a
start in
stepson.
November. And I told them, do not add ads.
Do you have a son?
I'm just going to have,
I
even
have
if
a
I'm
son, yes,
I'm going
John
to
Davidson.
monetize
Yeah,
after
well, he's the one.
my live to see if that helps. I'm going to do that on my next
He's the
live.
one who said that he was, brutalized, beaten regularly.
Regularly, he was only with me for a week
Well,
while his mother was doing other things.
Okay.
She,
She was in rehab. And she had to leave rehab to come and rescue him because you had beaten him so badly. Don't remember that?
no,
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Sue. That's all I
Yeah.
have.
He's full of shit.
Okay, at this time, Mr. Stoops, anything you'd like to say to the board before we vote?
I had enough of him.
all I can say is that the person that you're reading about and the person that I am today is not the same. I've
Exactly, Corn's mom.
gone through a lot of changes. I've gone through a lot of programs with a lot of help from the professionals available here and at Rayburn. And with their help and with God's help, I've changed. I'm not that person anymore.
You're in prison, Angola at that. It's the worst day in prison
My
there
mind
is.
doesn't even function the same way that it did before. Before, I couldn't even answer your questions.
You still
I was
didn't.
very, very introverted. I'm not that way anymore. I'm open.
You need to die.
Try to answer the best that I can. I'm kind of taken aback by some of the things.
Taken aback.
I'm trying to be as open and
dinner
honest as
time
I
there?
can.
Okay.
Tell your hubby I
There's
said
anything
hi.
else you want to ask me? I'm free and willing to answer anything that you have.
You're not answering. You're making
Okay.
excuses.
Well,
You're
thank you very much, Mr. Stoops. At this time, the board will be voting.
are your
We'll be
daughter.
starting with Mr. Tony Marabella.
Thank you, Mr. Wise. Mr. Suit, I want to commend you for having accomplished some things while you've been in prison. I mean, you've done a lot of programs. You've taken a lot of courses. You've done a lot of positive things. I just get the impression that you don't understand the significance of what you did.
He understands. He's avoiding it.
You answered my questions and you talked about you. Very little was said about your daughter.
Yep.
And it certainly was said like, well, when that happened, you committed a horrible crime against this young woman.
Yep.
It has ruined her life. I don't think you seem to understand that.
He doesn't care.
I don't know where you got the idea that she wants you out. That's not the impression I have. Your stepdaughter doesn't want you out. Your son said he wouldn't mind you being out, only so you could see how well he's done without you.
Damn.
Sometimes the crime and the horror that someone perpetrates on someone that lasts so long outweighs the good that a person has done while he's been in prison.
Yep.
I don't think that I can vote in good conscience to let you out.
Thank you.
Based upon all of the things that I have read in this report and all the things that you've said today. So my vote today would be to deny.
Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
Hey, Ms. Jackson.
Mr. Suit, you have taken a lot of programs, but I don't know if the programs have really done what they were designed to do. When you talked about, well, I learned about my addictive behavior, you directed that towards alcohol and drugs. You did not direct it towards your behavior towards your daughter.
Thank you. Come on.
Because I read somewhere back when this happened and you were talking to someone that you had this attraction to your daughter.
Oh my God. This is worse.
And I don't think anything has been done to really help you understand.
He's pissed. Look at him. He didn't fool them.
I can't even, there aren't words to describe how awful this was. And she suffered her whole life because of this. So because of the seriousness of the crime, the extreme harm to the victim, her adamant opposition from her, not only her, but your stepdaughter and your son, and law enforcement opposition across the board.
Across the
Mr.
board.
Suit, my vote today is to deny.
At this time, Mr. Steve, you have 2 votes to deny, and I also want to vote to deny because of a strong law enforcement opposition and victims' opposition to this case. Thank you very much.
There we go. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Are you getting out? Thank you, Mandu. Thank you. Oh, I need to drop his link in here. Thank you, Mandu. Thank you. Hell to the no. You don't get out. And you can go to Zoom and log in to watch all of these, okay? So in any prison system, if you go look into Zoom, you can actually get this while it's happening. I'm actually linked to another one too. So I'll probably do some of these sometimes. But anyway, guys, I really need to get going. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for spending your Sunday morning with me. I know it's time for football. My sisters are out enjoying. They're watching the Saints game. I will see you guys later. I'm going to put the Saints games on while I'm doing what I have to do. I really appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you. Have a happy Sunday. Have a great week. I'm probably going to see you Thursday. It depends on what time I get back here Tuesday. Thank you all for coming. You guys have a great day. Bye, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.